What's shaking YouTube tonight? Welcome to Lords of Lumbox presents the Cover Price comic book shakers of the week. Sorry, we're running a little bit late, boys and girls. So unfortunately, it's Freestyle Friday and we're running late. So, we can't play any music for you. So let's get right to it, shall we? What's crack-a-lagging, everybody? Welcome. We're running a little late, but nothing to do. There's no NBA playoffs. There's no hockey playoffs. So there you go. You're going to hang out with us. Gabe, say what's good to people.
Yo, what up, everybody? Speaking of hockey, I can't believe that this Desert City won the figure skating Super Bowl or whatever.
Yeah. They were in the finals a couple years ago, weren't they? Las Vegas Knights?
Their first year.
Yeah.
They made it to the finals. Yeah, I think they made it to the finals, close to the finals.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't watch sports.
You guys may get the Oakland A's pretty soon. Who knows?
That's right.
Otto, our man from Amsterdam. What's going on?
What's up, man? So excited to be here tonight. Came off the bench. He threw up the LOTLB signal, and I'm joining the crew tonight. Happy to see everybody in the chat tonight. The summer of Otto is in full effect, so can't wait to talk about some amazing books. And if you got some of these books, I'll be impressed.
Yeah. Once again, if you want to get entered into tonight's giveaway drawing, I'm going to do a comment on this video here. Make sure you like and subscribe, all that stuff. Get us on the road to 8,000. What are we? I don't even know where we're at right now. Almost at 7,900 or something like that. Once again, this show is sponsored. You know what I'm going to do for a Freestyle Friday? I'm going to download a Harry Mack clip. If you don't know who Harry Mack is, I highly suggest you search him on YouTube. He does freestyles right off the dome. He goes online and asks people for words, or he goes in public and asks people words, and he just drops mad freestyles. But anyway, this show is brought to our friends over at CovrPrice.com. This is the Daily Shakers list. This comes from our friends at CovrPrice, focusing on new sales or their most interesting sales found on their exclusive Daily Shakers list. This list changes several times every day, so make sure you check it out every day to review some of the hottest trending books in the market. So after these 10, we're going to see what's shaking today. It's also show us probably sponsored by our friends over at Bird City Comics. Use discount code of LOTLB to get 15% off anything in the Bird City Comics store. I just got the box of comps that now I can finally ship out. So bear with me for the people who won the last week or 2 weeks or so. Yeah, they're coming to you. They're coming to you. I looked at them. There's some pretty cool stuff, and I'm keeping one for myself. The Vampirella metal variant. I'm keeping
Oh,
that
I'm sure
one.
it's dope.
It's a metal cover. Yeah. Let's get right to it.
Vampirella.
Yeah. So let's get right to it, boys and girls. This is the Cover Price Shakers of the Week. What do we have for the first shaker?
So we're shaking down with Disney's The Lion King #1 newsstand. All right. From 1994, recently, Dynamite Comics released numerous Disney-related comic book titles like Darkwing Duck, Gargoyles, Maleficent, and Scar. This appears to be a great success for Disney and comic fans alike. Dynamite Scarf #1 even used this cover as the 1 in 10 variant. However, it's interesting to see collectors go back to the first appearances of characters like Scar, his fellow King members in this adaptation. It faithfully retells a classic story that captured the hearts of millions, from Simba's playful cubhood to his exile and the eventual return to claim his rightful place as king. The comic book captures an emotional depth and thematic resonance that made the original film such a timeless masterpiece. Despite only selling roughly for $15 near mint raw, if you saw it, if you can find it, it sold for a new high of $428 for a 9.8 this week. Wow.
I have never seen this in my life.
No, nor have I looked, but my God.
Disney's The Lion King newsstand from 1994 at 9.8 for $425. I mean, yo, Disney's been traumatizing kids for decades and decades, but this one really traumatized them. Man, spoiler alert when Simba's dad dies. Yo,
Yeah, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. Disney's The Lion King #1 coming in for 9.8 for $425. All right, hey, you guys are paying for it. All right, this is a cool book. This is definitely an offer. I think so.
Yeah, no, I love this book. My oldest is a big Hot Wheels fan, so this is great. This is Hot Wheels #1 from DC Comics 1970. Hot Wheels is one of the best-selling toy lines of all time, with over 6 billion toy cars produced and sold since it was raced onto the scene in 1968, with their first production model, the custom Camaro. Hot Wheels was the brainchild of Mattel co-founder Elliot Handler, who wanted to create a toy line to reflect the hot rods of custom car shops he would see on the roads in California. Although Matchbox cars had been on the market since 1953, Hot Wheels made a number of important design upgrades, including wider and smoother plastic wheels that rolled at much higher speeds. Hot Wheels was an immediate success for Mattel, with the brand soon branching out into other merchandising areas, including a cartoon that ran from 1969 to 1971 on ABC, video game, releasing its first branded video game in 1984 for the Commodore 64, for all you old school game players out there. Yeah, we know what's up. And even a pinball machine from American Pinball in 2020. It also partnered with DC Comics to release a comic book series in 1970. Although only short-lived, with just six issues released, it featured prominent artist Alex Toth, who designed the art for the cartoon show, with writer Joe Gill penning the series. Each of these 6 issues now tend to be somewhat pricey on the aftermarket, but nothing compares to the $1,700 paid this week for a CGC 9.8 copy of the first issue of the series. The only one on the census. With a live-action movie announced that J.J. Abrams is producing, collectors might want to anticipate a spike in value for these issues. One thing we know for sure, Hot Wheels is firmly planted in American popular culture and is universally loved by little and big kids alike.
Who doesn't love Hot Wheels? I mean, maybe.
True.
I mean, Sequential Geek dropping the knowledge here. Bernie Loomis' Hot Wheels cartoon was the reason the law that was passed to cease and desist cartoon shows / advertisement. Then Loomis went to Kenner and got in perpetuity with Star Wars action figures. Wow.
Damn, the big brains on the geek, man.
Yeah,
man, we're learning a lot today because that Hot Wheels info was really cool. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah. So Hot Wheels #1 from 1970, 9.8 for $1,700. Yeah. So hey, like I said, I don't know how long I've been saying this. Any show or new movie that's coming out that it wasn't originally licensed as a comic book, go get that comic book, right? I mean, this proves it here. Indiana Jones. It was the first appearance of that. I mean, if you go look at
Transformers and GI Joe stuff.
Hey, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I've been telling people about that for about 3 years now.
4 years at best. Oh my God.
We had a long-term spec list at G.I. Joe and Transformers, the Hasbro universe, and then there's been
Mask.
Yeah. I think Gargoyles will come back too. Look for the first appearance of Gargoyles in cartoons as well.
Have it.
Yeah. So I want to share something that's not Match Wheel, Hot Wheels, but it is fucking cool. I need to go full screen for this one. This was an actual AOK given to me at WonderCon. You know what that is? That's fucking the Bruce Lee NASCARs.
God damn.
Look at that.
That's nice.
How cool is that, man? One of the homies gave this to me. He's like, "Yeah, I know you're a big Bruce Lee fan," and I was like, "Yo, this is so dope." And it's licensed. It's called Racing Champions from NASCAR, because nothing spells NASCAR. Nothing says NASCAR like Bruce Lee.
Like Bruce Lee.
Who's not a fan of Bruce Lee though? Like seriously.
NASCAR, I mean, in cars.
I have so many Bruce Lee stuff up on my wall. I mean,
I got the Bruce Lee stuff too. I gotta send you. I've been collecting it.
Yeah, I got a thing in the back. I have some the Bruce Lee statues. I got the Bruce Lee shoes that when they came out, the limited edition. I got the Bruce Lee Funko Pops. I mean, yeah. So, all right, send it to me, Otto. Yeah. All right, what do you have for number 3?
All right, we're gonna shake down to Invincible Iron Man issue number 25. The movie photo cover. This was a 1 in 10 that came out in 2010. 2008 marked the release of the first Iron Man film, which was directed by Jon Favreau and produced by Kevin Feige. At one point in the film's production and casting, we've all heard that Tom Cruise was a popular fan casted and long rumored star to play the bombastic Tony Stark. However, with the fate of the entire studio's future on the actor's shoulder, the studios took a chance on a notable actor, Clive Owen. Clive declined the role, stating that he wasn't interested, and ultimately went to the second choice, Robert Downey Jr., who at the time was in talks to play the role of Dr. Doom in Fox's Fantastic Four. The rest is cinematic history. Feige directly credits Downey as the reason Marvel Studios even exists today. The movie photo captures the first film featuring the actor front and center. There have been several movie photo covers featuring the actors and films from the MCU, but this is arguably the first. These comics, in average, ungraded condition, go for about $50. If you're looking to add this to your comic collection, I recommend that you have 2 bank accounts, like Tony Stark first, with the only 2 copies on the CGC census right now, a 9.8 and a 9.6, and the only 9.8 sold on June 9th at a record-setting, I can't believe this, $2,400, and it's unsigned. I remember seeing this book. This is amazing. Like, some people have to have this book. I mean, like, I don't understand why you wouldn't. There's got to be out there.
In 2010, nobody cared.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I promise you, I was ordering comic books for stores at the time, and nobody liked the photo covers. They wouldn't sell.
Really?
Yeah, nobody liked them. So
okay,
you would probably be able to find photo covers in bins.
Yeah. And 2010, I mean, when movies came out, they weren't nearly pushing the comic market the way it does now, because obviously the comic market has changed. Back in 2010, you had eBay, right? And maybe another universe and dynamic forces, but that was about it. But nowadays you have so many marketplaces that you can buy and sell online, especially. And now I think the last 2 or 3 weeks, photo covers have been making a comeback. I don't know if it's a trend or what, or people just like, you know what, these are slept on, man. But
I'm thinking maybe they're doing signing events or something. Because that's usually when these things blow up, is that they're doing signing events.
Right.
I have a Star Wars photo cover of Harrison Ford as Han Solo.
That's good.
On one of the books. But you think getting a comic person's signature is expensive? Wait till you get to a celebrity alley. I remember the crew of Star Wars, and I think it was like $200-$300 to get like their signatures for like Luke Skywalker or Mark Hamill and some others. I mean, in hindsight, probably should have got Princess Leia's. This before she passed away. But yeah, I don't think Harrison Ford was there. It was definitely Mark Hamill was there. And it was I forgot what show it was, either WonderCon or may have been even Star Wars Celebration, one of the two, because I used to go to Star Wars Celebration, but then I stopped going because it is expensive, because everything at Star Wars Celebration has to be licensed from Lucas. So funny story is, I see my man Ken Lashley there. I said, Ken, what are you doing here? He goes, yeah, I'm selling some stuff. I go, wow, it's expensive. He goes, I know, man. It goes, it has to be officially licensed by Lucasfilm. I was like, man, that is nuts. But yo, anyway, that's my Star Wars story. So number 5 on the list, Invincible Iron Man. Number 25, the photo cover. Wow, go figure. All right, here's a cool one.
All right. Number 4 of Shaker, we got Lady Death, Nightmare Symphony, number 1. The Art Germ Legend, limited to 77 cover. This is from Coffin Comics 2018. Coffin Comics did a Kickstarter for this book back in November 2019. They offered a set of 3 covers done by Art Germ that included a Legendary Edition, a Noir Edition, and a Holo Edition. This set was limited to 77 copies.
What an odd number.
Yeah, that is an odd number. The kicker, you had to pledge $799 to get them.
Damn.
In return, backers would receive a set of some of the rarest and lowest printed Art Germ covers ever. Copies of any of these editions rarely hit the market. We've tracked 4 sales for the Legendary Edition since 2019. And we're talking about hitting an all-time high this week for $1,100 in a CGC 9.8.
Wow. I mean, at 2018, I could say that was at the height of Art Germ's popularity. Would you agree? I mean, he's kind of petered off. I mean, I always say this: the more covers an artist does, the less valuable they be. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They saturate the market, right? And that's why Otto's. What was your the variant you sold of the variant of Miles?
Oh, the Djurjevic thing.
Yeah,
the $1,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
So,
I'm sure King of the Golden State's going to pop on right now and say something.
And that's signed by Djurjevic. I mean, you don't see many Djurjevic covers nowadays either. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, I mean, same with Peach Momoko. When she first came on the scene, everybody was getting, but good for them because they're getting more work now because they're doing, more covers. Nobody does internals anymore. Everybody does covers. As one artist told me, doing internals is a young man's game or a young woman's game. But now I think young people come in and it's like, yo, I can make money just doing covers. Why should I have to do panels of art?
Well, look at Artist Alley at every other convention. It's just guys that want to do covers.
Yeah. So Lady Death, Nightmare Symphony, number 1, the Art Germ Legend, limited to 77. Man, you had to buy in for $700 to get this, but you probably got some other cool shit too, I would imagine. All right. We're halfway there, boys and girls. We have a number 5.
All right. So here comes your Ottoism of the night. Your Spider-Man number 12, your Richard Isanova. Tim, how am I saying that? Correct me. Am I right or wrong?
I don't even know who he is, so I'm going to go with you, man. Yeah.
All right. Isanova. There we go. It's 1 in 25. The standard cover of this issue features a popular kiss between Miles and Gwen. However, this gorgeous cover and impossible to get in high-grade black cover, we should know that, is a modern-day must-have in both Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. A budding relationship was teased. It's a plot point that will most likely be finalized in Beyond the Spider-Verse. However, it's important to note that while they first kiss in this issue, they realized it was a mistake at the end and they have no future together, despite being married in another dimension. Fans will still feel the two should and will ultimately end up together, giving providence to this minor key issue. The 2 Spider-Verse films playing with their chemistry helped give the hard-to-find variant a huge boost. Jesus Christmas. With this sale, this week's all-time high sale of $3,000 for a 9.8. God bless. God bless. You can't get this a black cover. Forget it. 1 handprint on this, right, Gabe? 1 thumbprint on this, and you got a thumb, like a stain on it.
Anything on this, yeah. The tiniest little crack is this huge like stain or white spot on there.
Right. Unbelievable.
I dig how it's almost a negative cover, but if you look close enough, you can see the bodies, but still dope. And I hope they don't come romantically involved. I mean, they should have they're in their own universes. So we'll see. But I think Spider-Gwen, or Spider-Ghost, whatever in the movie was very well acted by the chick from Bumblebee. What's her name? Haley
Steinfeld.
Yeah, Haley Steinfeld. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So not only is she Yeah, not only is she a Hawkeye, she's also in Transformers and she's also in Spider-Man. So she's killing it. Multiple universes. All right, what do we have at number 6? Oh, I like this one.
I like this, my girl.
Yeah, this is a good boy. Uncanny Avengers number 2. This is the Manara 1 in 100 from back in 2012. Manara, who was born in Italy, is an artist whose focus is on the erotic side of art. He is perhaps most well known for his controversial work on the infamous spider butt of Spider-Woman number 1 in 50 ratio from 2014. Despite criticism, though, Marvel still released a censored version of the cover, even though critics deemed it still sexually suggestive. The censoring caused Milo to swear never to work with Marvel again. Not only did this bring value to that cover, but it shined a spotlight on his previous Marvel covers as well, causing all of them to increase. Fast forward 9 years later, and we have the Scarlet Witch on this 9.8 cover selling for an all-time high of $855. This particular price here is quite interesting because there is no key info, just a beautiful cover by a classic Renaissance artist. Granted, a 1 in 100 incentive was a tough ask for retailers to commit to. Many fans of Milo might also want to check out his Uncanny X-Men 5 150 ratio, his most valuable Marvel cover.
Yeah, I mean, Uncanny Avengers number 2, the Milo Manara 1 in 100. So, for those who want to look it up, the Spider-Woman cover, I think the Virgin variant shows, her. I don't want to know how to say it. Her egg McMuffin. But and then basically it was still controversial, but then they put the logo over it. So,
Scarlet Witch.
If you want to see what it looks like, watch. It's actually an homage to a Penthouse comic he did, and I think I sold that. As I have a giant box of porn that I sold to somebody. I was selling. It's a Penthouse comic by
Milo.
Yeah, Milo Manara did the cover to it, and it's the same pose that he did for that Spider-Woman book. I'm pretty sure it came first. So, and I think one of the Lucky Lords auction people bought it because I remember I sold it. And then again, I may not. I still have a giant box of porn, by the way, all like Penthouse comics, and you may there's Adam Hughes worked on those. Milo Manara worked on those. A lot of mainstream artists now got their start in Penthouse comics. Go figure. All right. Here's one that's definitely cool to see on here.
Definitely cool to see, but do you have it in a 9.8? All right. So this is wordy. I'm going to take my time because you guys know I'm an X-Men guy, a mutant fan, and this by far is my favorite series of all time. I'm sure many people in this chat will agree with me that the Dark Phoenix saga is one of the greats. So X-Men 131, Marvel 1980. Not only is this cover from the fantastic John Byrne stunning, but this issue also has a whole lot going on within it. It features the first appearance of Jean Grey as the Black Queen of the Hellfire Club, as well as the first appearance of a gaggle of Hellfire Knights that you might not know of, like Sally, Cam, Jocko, Mansky, Skipper, Elton, and the second appearance of Dazzler. Not incredibly important characters, but they play their part. This book is full of psychic battles between the White Queen and the newly minted Black Queen, mental torture and anguish, and most importantly, Cyclops being way too involved in the day-to-day lives of the teammates. All hallmarks of a classic X-Men book, and one that a fan recently on the hunt for. Well, they found it, dropping $2,500 for a CGC 9.8. A new all-time high sale in this grade, surpassing its previous high sale of $23.25, established just 4 days prior. Before that, it was around $1,500 to $1,800 for years before it hit the new high. With 85 copies in that grade on the census, it'll be interesting to see if more come to market. But this new high sale, and if it goes higher or sees a drop, we don't know. But it is the second appearance of Dazzler. One fan was willing to drop a fat stack. And if you're not willing to pay attention to our coverage of X-Books hitting new highs after new highs, this is where the community is quietly investing their money right now. Great run, great story, underrated. I think I just sent one to CGC.
Yeah, so in 1982, direct market was only about 20%. So I think about 1980 on this book. I meant, if you got newsstand, a newsstand was probably more abundant to get. I mean, there's still the argument that, newsstand weren't taken care of, they were trampled or whatever. But it just goes, I meant, it just shows that, back then you can buy them anywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
you can buy them anywhere. I mean, but direct stand. I mean, how many comic shops were in 1980? And the 90s, there was comic shops everywhere. But Uncanny X-Men number 131 from 1980, $2,500 for a 9.8. I'm glad I have this entire run of Claremont and Byrne from Giant Size, and then X-Men 94 all the way up to like 150, and then all the way up to 200. Just missing a couple issues, and then up to 300. By far, X-Men is the largest run that I have in my collection. Probably about over 450 issues when I stopped keeping track after a while. All right, what are we up for number 8?
All right, number 8. This is great. Walt Disney's Comics Cheerios set Y, issue number 1, from 1947. While the Disney brand has long been a trusted staple of Americana and comfort to millions, it hasn't always been the juggernaut that it is today. These small comic booklets were the special surprise that came in your 1947 box of Cheerios. Like many of the comics of the 1940s, it is very difficult to find a copy in any kind of condition. This particular issue features Donald Duck and the title Atom Bomb. The scarcity of these mini books has led to an average sale of $432 for a raw copy of this comic. However, a CGC 9.6 just sold for $960.
Yo, that's ridiculous.
That's
unbelievable.
First of all, it's from 1947, and it was originally in a box of Cheerios.
God damn, I'm telling you.
You're telling me it was a comic book that was in a box of cereal, made it through for almost 100 years. Well, I mean, we're 47 is like, we're 2023, but 80
about
years.
80 years or so, yeah.
Jesus, that's incredible. I mean,
and for less than $1,000.
That's, to me, seems really low priced. I mean, maybe the person who was selling it didn't know what they were selling, or maybe the person, buying it definitely knew what they were buying. And but 960 seems like a interesting sale. I mean, typically when you see auctions, they end at some kind of weird number, but I'm assuming this was an auction on eBay or one of the other ones. But anything from 1947 that's a 9.6 is like, that's amazing to me. Yeah. All right. So number 8 on the list is Walt Disney's Comics, the Cheerios set, issue number 1 from Western Comics, 1947. Go figure. All right. Hey, I'm on the board.
You are, Tim. I was just that somebody in this group and this panel has this book. War of the Realms. Yeah, of course you do. New Ages of Atlas. You were on this book for a while, though, Tim. I got to give you credit on that. I give you a lot of credit. This is the Suyayan version. From 2019. We previously wrote about the future Fight First, Crescent, and Io, and mentioned this book, War of Realms, New Ages of Atlas, that has become more popular due to recent high sale. During our research into the K-pop world, we discovered that the talented group Blackpink, who have achieved impressive records for subscribers and streams, and are well known in some circles of the world's biggest girl groups. Rumors suggest that Jennie, a member of Blackpink, might be cast as Luna Snow in the upcoming Marvel project, which would explain the sudden surge in interest. The CGC 9.8 Comic Odyssey exclusive cover by Miko Suyayan, featuring Wave instead of Luna Snow, has garnered the most attention out of 13 available variants sold for $1,250 this week. With 172 9.8 copies of this cover on the census, likely current owners won't let it hang for much longer on their walls as its popularity continues to grow. Be alert. Keep an eye out for anything related to Luna Snow. I am old and I don't even know who we're talking about.
Luna Snow is a Korean character, I believe, that was in New Ages Atlas, and there's some cool covers of her. But I remember I was all over this book. I have 3 9.8s, and I have one of them or two of them signed by Miko Suyayan, who was doing a show. And first, this book gained its popularity because it was the first ever Filipino superhero.
Correct.
You know, and that's why it blew. I mean, it was in Filipino Vogue. I mean, it was how popular it was in the Philippines. You know, and so now that it's 1250. If they do a new Agents of Atlas with Luna Snow and Wave, and there's another character that looks a lot like Zealot from Wildcats. Help me out in the live chat here. I have her covers as well. She's another Filipina superhero. She has all white hair, short, and if you're Gabe, you remember Zealot, right? Zealot and Grifter,
Absolutely.
right?
Oh yeah, great book, great characters.
Yeah,
I forgot what her name is.
Ninja
But
chicks.
yeah, man. So anybody in the live chat knows what her name is. So 1250 still a steal to me, because there's also the regular one, but the Virgin one just looks dope because it has the Filipino flag in the background. So Kamusta ka to all my Pinoys and Panays out there. So War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas, #1, the Mikosi Yuan Virgin variant from 2019, 1250 for 9.8. Time to sell. You know what? I haven't sold books in so long. It's like it's time for me to sell. I was didn't want to sell this year because last year I had a hefty tax bill, and I was like, man, most of this is from selling comics. I was like, screw this. Or we could do a Lord's auction and just have it do a PayPal.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm too tired for that. It takes so much out of me. I don't know how people do it anymore. But all right, last one on the list, boys and girls, and we'll see what's shaking today, and then we're gonna give away some shit.
This is
Surely
my
people are
favorite
getting
cover
bored with
this
this
week.
one. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, Zatanna #5. This is Brian Boland variant, 2010. Brian Boland has created some amazing covers, especially for DC. He did variants for the first 6 issues of the Zatanna run. This series is mostly known for Adam Hughes' standard covers that ran from issues 11, 13, all the way through 16. However, Boland's covers are quickly catching up, if not surpassing. #5 here is the most sought after amongst the various covers, increasing in value each year. This week, a VF raw sale at $237 marks the highest price a raw copy has sold for, creeping close to the all-time high of $385. That was for a 9.8 back in 2021. This makes the entire 2010 Zatanna run by Paul Dini not only a fantastic read, but one of the most valuable modern DC series. Just
Very
wait
interesting.
for a movie or something like that.
No, I was just looking up like Filipino superheroes and maybe Filipina. Let me see. Hold on. I'm looking up this other guy here. Yeah, so there is a dude named Red Feather from 2012 in Invincible Iron Man #525, who was a Filipino, Pinoy, not Pinay. So I correct myself. So Wave is the first Filipina superhero ever. But still trying to figure out who that other character is. I'm trying to find that, by the way. So Zatanna #15 by Brian Boland. On my full screen here. Let's see what's shaking today, boys and girls. Let's do a seamless transition over to CovrPrice.
This is my favorite part, is checking out CovrPrice right here.
Yeah.
Let us share the knowledge. Oh, look at that.
Top 10 4 years later. Love it.
Yep. Here's the top 10 we do every Tuesday. These are the weekly movers, which is a good indicator of how the market is going right now. So look at Spider-Punk, ASM 365, the first preview of Spider-Man 2099, first appearance of Prowler. Yo, this Spider-Punk cover is wild.
That is dope. He was a great character in this.
I love
Did you guys watch it in Dolby? Because I thought the sound was a little screwed up.
Well, they re-released it apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. So in my theater it didn't, but for some of the Dolby releases, they had to re-release it because the sound was off. But I didn't see it in Dolby, so I was like, I didn't.
I'm gonna see it
notice
again.
either. Yeah,
okay, I saw it twice, so
Yeah, I'm gonna see it twice, but let's see. Look at all these books right here. Big Boy Keys.
Yeah, but we're here to see the weird shit. Come on. What about Mystery Man Comics from 1939? Look at that. My man looks like Robin Hood flying through space, right?
Yeah, it looks like he's got wings on too. Like, or
look at the name of the characters. You got Green Mask, Ching Chang, and Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Wow, is that like the Blue Beetle or a different Blue Beetle? At 2.5, so for $4,000. Holy cow. Mystery Man Comics and Fox, 1939. My God, pre-World War II books. Oh, I love this. I think I have this one, but I don't have the Virgin though. But I want it. This
that's
entire Finch run on Moon
Yeah.
Knight, the covers that Finch does on Moon Knight are just absolutely incredible. This is Vengeance of the Moon Knight #1. The
He
David
did the
Finch
interior art for this series too, didn't he?
Raw Dog, 3,000 bones.
Ooh.
9.8, $5,000. Now, mind you, this is the
look at that one right there. Go all the way at the end is my favorite one.
Oh, the black and white.
But yeah. Well, or just
yeah. That's for Leno Francis Yu. Here's the second print.
Speaking of Filipino,
yeah, look at that. Digging that. I think Finch kills it just like Platt and Finch, best two favorite artists on Moon Knight.
Moon Knight, absolutely. Oh, look at that Blazing Combat. What is that? What is this thing?
Oh, that looks like, what's his name? Is that Frazetta? It looks like
Frazetta. Frazetta, definitely
I
style.
can't see the signature. Yeah, it is Frazetta.
Yep, right down near the bottom, Frank Frazetta. Blazing Combat, War Action Collector's Edition #1. Exciting battle and adventure. From Warren Comics, 1965, $1,800 for an 8.0.
That's awesome.
That is a great
How
deal.
cool is that cover?
Frame cover, too. Like Marvel Bronze Age.
Yeah.
Anytime you get Frank Frazetta doing a comic cover, just get it. Just get it. Yo, I still got this. I'm still holding on.
Yeah. This is the book that got me back into comics.
Yeah. This is Star Wars Darth Vader Saburo La Roca #1 and 25. The first appearance of Dr. Afra 000 and BT-1, the Murderous Droids. 1250 for 9.8. I think this is the book that most spec'd on, like, that hasn't come.
It's been spec'd on for like 13 years.
Exactly. Yeah. Anytime there's a new character, it's like, hey, we're gonna get this new Star Wars character, and then we look at this. That's dope. I know who this artist is. It's the guy who did
This is Richard Corbin.
Corbin, that's it. Yes, Corbin, because I was thinking heavy metal. Look at this.
Yeah.
Just correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks like Corbin to me.
It's 100% Corbin. I could tell from like the stippling and stuff like that. But
I can tell by the women's body. But famous. He did. Corbin did Den, and if you remember, I think Den was also in Heavy Metal the movie. If you guys haven't seen that, sponsored by things people have watched that you should watch.
Oh, Heavy Metal, you gotta watch that. Oh my god. And listen to the soundtrack too.
Yes. And shout out to Devo, who makes it weird, and then fucking Sammy Hagar.
Sammy Hagar, of course.
Yeah, man.
Devo kills it. I think I've got that on vinyl, not the original, but I've got a remastered version of it.
So there was a sequel to it that came out, or another heavy movie that came out in like 2000s, and it was more about, what's her name? I forgot her name. I interviewed the chick who did the story too, the warrior chick from Karna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot her name already. I'm bad.
All right, nothing surprised there.
Hey, look at Looney Tunes. Merry Medleys, 10-cent comic, 1941. Yeah, a little Bugs Bunny always kissing on people. $780 for a 3.0. Only $2,600 for a 7.0 from 1941. Man, I'm telling you, if you can find any of those old comics, man, any Disney comics or anything like that, yeah, that's right. I got 2 of these Brother Voodoos.
Love them.
First appearance of Brother Voodoo. Also at the first appearance of Dr. Voodoo. Oops. Strange Tales. Oops. Let me go forward to. That's another double cover too, though. And that's when they switched over. And then there was a 4-issue tale. There was a 4-issue series on this. And I'm gonna keep going here. You know what? I'm stupid. I'm gonna just do this.
I love those 70s covers. There's always like snakes or demons or motorcycles.
Yeah. So if you could tell, Brother Voodoo started at 169, went all the way to 172. I have all 5 issues. Okay. And then it just kind of went into its own thing. And then, where those on Gollum. Yeah. Yep. And then I got these Warlocks.
Of course.
Matter of fact, I got to add all these too. Warlocks. And then it went back to Doctor Strange. Right. And to finish it off. And then it went over to Doctor Strange #1. So I don't think this was, what's his name yet? Frank Bruner, who's my favorite Doctor Strange artist.
That's your boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like Alan Davis or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's from 1976. So, was Alan Davis around 1976? I'm trying to think. Because Alan Davis is famous for Excalibur, right?
Yeah.
At least that's what I picture. Michael
He
Golden.
had the Alan Davis fingers or hands. Like Alan Davis draws the same hands every time.
Yeah, I remember Alan Davis had a very specific artist style, like John Byrne. You see a John Byrne panel, you know that's John Byrne, right? You can't miss it.
Just real quick, look at that Amazing Spider-Man 50, just because it's John Romita.
Yep, pay our respect.
John Romita. This is one of the best covers of all time.
Rest in peace, John Romita Sr., who passed away at a rightful age of like 92, 93, I want to say.
93,
yeah. He lived a long time. First appearance at a Kingpin, $750 for Raw. $99,000 for a 9.8. 99,000.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Kingpin, this is arguably, when Romita took this over, you guys, and correct me if I'm wrong, just in my opinion. I mean, this is a grown-up version of Peter Parker. You know what I mean? Like, he took him, made him a little older. It's changed him from the Ditko style. I'm a Ditko purist, but this was a great transition. And Romita always said how he needed to pay the bills, man. That's why he did it.
Yeah, he became a full-time photographer, struggling to pay the bills. That's why people can relate with Spider-Man. People, paying the bills.
He made Peter Parker attractive. Like, he made him like a good-looking guy. Steve Ditko had him all kind of squirmy and creepy.
Yep.
Where's Laura? Shout out to Laura. Couldn't make it, but here we go. Blonde with the red dress. Millie Hetty Tessie, Joker Comics, number 32. Look at
that. Seems a little explicit for 1948.
Yeah. $420 for a 5.5. Wow. I mean, I want to see what all these other issues are. Oh, they're just kind of silly, cartoony books, but aren't they all?
Yeah, but you got a lot of blondes front and center. Yeah.
There's a lot of blondes in red dresses here. Like, Laura's gonna have a field day with this.
I know, right? And they're
they're fairly priced. They're like $60.
Yeah, if you could find them. I love the way they draw dames back then.
Dames.
That's what
I used to call them dames back then.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. Look at that Warrior number 1.
Which one?
Warrior number 1. It was the one next to Joker.
Look at that. Is that what's his name?
So this is the first appearance of Miracle Man, Alan Moore's Miracle Man, and V for
Vendetta is in here. Yeah. New stories from Britain's top comic creators. So Warrior, Quality Comic, first appearance of V for Vendetta and Marvel Man. So this was a UK publication?
Warrior was a UK. That's where like Miracle Man or Marvel Man originally came from. It was serialized in here.
Yeah.
And then repurposed to put together in America, like in regular comics.
Yeah. Yeah, the UK has a rich history in comic books. So many writers have come from the UK that it's like, if you think about,
they called the UK invasion, like in the early
Warren Ellis, Alan Moore,
Neil Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman.
Yeah. There's a ton of them, man. Whoa, Ghost Rider! Look at this.
I have that.
I hope we see this. That'd be dope.
That would be amazing.
Well, just get this version and not the motorcycle, like Johnny Blaze version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, will go nuts.
Like in the movie where I love the Spider-Man. I think this is Adam Hughes.
Adam Hughes variant, yeah.
Yeah. Just great covers, internal work, not so much. What are you gonna do? All right, boys and girls, that's it. We're gonna see what hope you guys have commented on the show. I'm gonna give some stuff away.
Let's do it.
Should I drop the link again?
Sure.
Why not? I'll drop the link again. Subscribe, leave a comment, like, all that good stuff, and you'll be thrown into a random generator, and you'll get some shit sent to you. That's cool stuff.
That's good stuff.
What is it? 6 + 6? Yeah, damn. Vision shit.
All right. Yeah. John Romita Jr. mentioned in the chat. Creator of Wolverine and Punisher.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
King.
All right. While you guys are waiting, since the name of Peach Momoko was invoked,
Hey guys, it's Lou here, your out of shape comic book collector, and I'm welcoming you to another episode of What to Put in Your Box.
Oh man, you're not gonna believe this, dude. Your book came back a 9.8.
A 9.8 karate kick! Oh. Hey guys, it's Comic Lou here, and this is another episode of our Top 10, where the comics we talk about, ironically, are on my eBay store. And I'm here, joined by the comic sensei from Alaska himself, Kevin.
What's up, guys? We got our top 10 books. This is on our top 10 here. It's Peach Momoko.
Peach
Interesting.
Momoko!
Wanna take a look?
I love Peach Momoko. I love Peach Momoko.
Dude, it's my book. Dude, stop! It's my book! Dude, stop!
Man, I'm T-Ho from Lords of the Short Box. Screw that guy, British style. Yo, DJ curse words, kick it.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things are going.
Man, what the fuck is that?
The way that things are going. Oh,
That's the best.
I
That's
forgot
one of the
Otto
best.
was lampooned in there too. Yeah.
Oh my
Who's
god.
the first guy? Who's the out of shape comic book?
Oh,
collector?
what do you think? The guy who holds his sword, you know, he made his own comic book. Reggie.
Oh,
Reggie collects.
All right, so we had 61 comments before I played that clip. Let's see
this
how
sword.
many we have now. 67. All right, 67. So you're gonna get the box 6 or 7 variants from Bird City Comics. Good luck to everybody. So make sure you're subscribed, like, and all that good stuff. Once you get to 8,000, I may give away one of those metal variants that I'm going to show off. Cherokee Metal.
Yeah,
All
speaking
right.
of metal, look at
Congratulations. Yeah. He's always, I thought I saw him in there earlier. So congratulations,
man.
Cherokee Metal.
Awesome.
Hit me up online. And I'll start shipping out the books hopefully next week when I start feeling better. I was supposed to get a root canal today, but like I started a different job, so my insurance have kicked in. So yeah, I am not feeling good, to say the least. But yo, Cherokee Metal, congratulations. All right, Otto, any last words?
Yeah, man. Great hopping on tonight. Though Summer of Otto is in full effect. Hopefully, I'll be able to jump on with the crew a couple times this week. We are going live tomorrow night on 3 Men in the Basement. I got 15 books back from CGC. We've got a few things that we're going to drop about Terrificon, and we're also going to do an over and under with my man Chinmo based on John Romita, and we're actually going to be giving away this book. Speaking of Aegis Comics of Alaska, this is the Good Boy variant. This is a 1 in. This is a 1 in 10 right here. This is really neat. This is like a hard cover right here. Like this, if this book doesn't come back at 9.9, I don't know. So check this out. This was Mike Provo, did it with Aegis Comics of Alaska. We're going to be giving this book away, and just head over to 3 Men in the Basement, sub up, and keep following the Summer of Otto because it's going to be a great one. And happy to join my LOTLB brothers tonight, man, and checking everybody in the chat tonight. So great to be back, guys. Thank you very much for having me.
My dyslexia is kicking in or something. I keep on reading Summer of Otto.
Yeah, right.
Gabe, any last words?
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for showing up. Learn some fun stuff tonight. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And it's Father's Day on Sunday.
Yes, thank you.
So shout out to all the dads out there.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Also Flash. So a lot of people seeing the Flash tonight, actually. So I'm going to see it Saturday. So maybe I'll do a straight out of theater review of the Flash. So for Gabe and Otto, this is Tivo. Keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my god.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is know that the Lord is update.
Go on and get some, boys. Jack, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is update.
What's in the box?